You didn't hear this from me, darling, but there's a giant secret brewing in a little Devon village. And I mean that quite literally, because the new HBO Harry Potter series has been filming under the curious code name Brown Cat, and what they've built there might just change how we see Hagrid forever. Now you know I have a thing for lore and location, and this one feels properly enchanted. The production's tucked itself into a mossy place called Lustleigh, and locals have been whispering about strange lights, enormous pumpkins, and an inn completely taken over by wizards. I mean, if that's not Godric's Hollow, I'll eat my wand. The sets are beautifully grounded. Cobblestones, candlelight, no plastic CGI nonsense. It's giving Prisoner of Azkaban warmth, but with that HBO realism that says, yes, this could happen just down your lane. And they've been filming at night, love, which means wand light or something darker, maybe even that night. And here's where it gets delicious. The new Hagrid, played by Nick Frost, is rumored to have a rather tall double, a lovely man named Anthony Wallen, Britain's tallest policeman. It's a sweet echo of Robbie Coltrane's partnership with Martin Bayfield, who was a rugby player, not a copper. From the tallest rugby man to the tallest Bobby, it's like they're passing the half-giant torch. There's this beautiful symmetry, don't you think? The way they blend two men into one mythic presence, all that warmth, protection, humor. It's alchemy of a different kind. Oh, and speaking of alchemy, I might have spotted John Lithgow wandering a Cornish beach in full Dumbledore robes. The man looked like he'd just stepped out of the Philosopher's Stone itself. Sorry, bit of tea caught my throat, not my tongue, though that's been known to happen. Anyway, darling, all these seaside and village shoots line up perfectly with the early wizarding lore. Flamel, alchemy, Godric's Hollow. HBO's grounding the fantasy in old England again, and I think it's bloody brilliant. Oh, and before I spill the next secret, make sure you've subscribed, love. You'll want to be here when I uncover the truth about how they're rebuilding the Chamber of Secrets. Let's just say, it's not where you think it is. Now, there's been a little storm swirling around Keira Knightley, hasn't there? Poor woman laughed a touch too nervously in an interview about joining the wizarding world. She's voicing Umbridge for the new audiobook series, and, well, the internet pounced faster than a Cornish pixie. I think she was just human. Awkward, kind, maybe a bit too English about it. But oh, the irony. Playing Umbridge while trying to sound diplomatic. That's very Order of the Phoenix energy, don't you think? And, oh bless him, we must raise a mug to Drew Struzan, the artist who painted our childhood dreams. He passed recently at 78. The Sorcerer's Stone poster, all those warm golds and candle-lit faces, that was Drew's brush. He didn't just illustrate the story, he invited us in. Every fan owes him a moment of quiet gratitude tonight. Meanwhile, somewhere up in Scotland, a little pub called the Old Forge tried to host a Harry Potter-themed fundraiser for trans youth, and ended up cancelling after backlash. It breaks my heart, truly. This world was built on love, on chosen family, and here we are arguing in the shadows of the castle walls. I do hope one day we all find the warmth of the Gryffindor common room again. So yes, my fellow lore lover, the magic's returning. In the misty corners of Dartmoor, in whispered code names like Brown Cat, in actors rediscovering the spark that started it all. The wait until 2027 might feel endless, but until then, we've got theories, leaks, and dreams to keep us company. Like a normal village just going about their autumn festivities, unaware that something awful is about to happen. It's that contrast that hits you, that cozy small-town magic meeting the edge of something dark. Oh, and before I get too swept up, if you haven't subscribed yet, love, do it now.
You'll want to be here when I start piecing together how this Halloween sequence might unfold on screen. I've got theories about how they'll handle the Potter's final night, and trust me, it's going to make you feel things. Now, back to our bookmarks. One photo shows the post office with a new postal rates from January 26th sign. Not exactly the world's most thrilling clue, I admit, but it does tell us something about the period accuracy. They're really leaning into the early 80s aesthetic. Think sated shop fronts, muted colors, and those little vintage details that make the world feel lived in. Then there's the house. You know, the one right in the middle of the village. There's a bit of debate about whether it's the Potter's house. It's near the pub and post office, and it's been dressed up with weathered stone, climbing vines, and just the faintest air of tragedy. It could be, but there's been no official confirmation. Someone asked me in the comments last week if we know which building it is, and honestly, we don't. Not yet. But if you happen to spot anything in the photos that looks Potterish, say the window where a flash of green light might appear, tell me in the comments, will you? I adore when you bring your own little bits of wizarding sleuthing. Now, something that genuinely made me smile, a video someone filmed just walking through the village. No spoilers, no actors, just old-fashioned cars parked along the street, ready for filming. I swear, those cars have more character than half the vehicles on the road today. Rounded edges, shiny paint, proper craftsmanship, none of that modern plastic nonsense. And as they pan around, you can see the thatched rooftops, the pumpkins around the cenotaph, and the twilight glow of the set lighting. It looks magical, like that moment just before the trick-or-treaters head out. Calm, eerie, and so quintessentially British. All right, bookmark number 2. This one's from Wizarding World Direct. They've confirmed that the village church, the pub, and several homes will all be used for filming, which means we're likely getting a sweeping view of the entire hollow. If I had to guess, I'd say they'll open the episode with a sort of soft-focused tracking shot through the village, children in costumes, laughter echoing, before the camera drifts towards the Potter's cottage and the tone shifts. You can almost feel it, can't you? That sharp turn from warmth to fear. Oh, and here's a sweet little tangent. One of the crew posted about setting up the children's disco inside what's supposed to be the local town hall. Apparently, they've filled it with orange paper lanterns, handmade banners, and a sign that says Halloween Showcase, performances, ghost stories, and live music. October 31st, 1981. It's such a clever touch. They're building the world not just visually, but emotionally. The calm before the storm. I just love that kind of detail. That's all for now, darling. But don't wander too far. On your screen now is our vision for the entire first season of the HBO series, episode by episode, the way we think the magic should unfold. Go on, click it, and make sure you subscribed, love. You'll want to be here when I finally reveal who I think they've cast as Voldy.